So I am actually a major germaphobe. Do we have any other germaphobes here?
This week was rough. Hey everyone, so I'm just an average guy with a big dream to become a stand-up comedian, and I'm documenting every week of my journey for the first year. So this week I'm going to be reacting to week 25 of my stand-up journey. This one's probably going to be a little cringy. This week I went to a bar. There were barely any audience members outside of comics, and I tried brand new material. So it was a recipe for disaster. But we did it anyway, because that's what you gotta do in chasing your dream. I'm gonna go ahead and let the video play. I'll react to it. Then I'm gonna talk about a joke that worked, a joke that didn't work, and what I learned from this week. Let's watch.
I'm kind of frightened by the setup here because, like I'm already afraid of being heckled, but now I have a dartboard behind me. Scared me. So, probably the most common thing I hear about my appearance is that I have an RBF, resting baby face. You guys, I'm most commonly compared to a baby. A woman just told me that the other day, which is fine, but how come she gets mad then when I stare at her chest? I'm not leering, I'm just latching, okay? I'm just trying to say, if you're gonna call me a baby, there should be some social benefits, right? Like, how about this? When I crap my bed, if I crap my bed, you shouldn't be able to laugh at me. All right, especially you, Bo, Chris, Ethan. None of you should be able to laugh at me. So, baby face, yeah, that's weird. I don't know. I feel like I look older. People give me that a lot. And what I find is weird is that's the only socially acceptable age to compare someone to. You can't go up to someone and be like, you have an OCF. What? Open casket face. Hey, you look tired. You should probably have some coffee. So I am actually a major germaphobe. Do we have any other germaphobes here? Any germaphobes here? No one. That surprises me. See, none of you wanted to confess because I might give you a high five. I know. I actually have a really hard time meeting people. I actually have to hear people's occupation before I can shake their hand. Oh, you're a therapist? Nice to meet you. Oh, you're a pilot? Nice to meet you. You're a proctologist? This is harder than I thought it was going to be. Nice to meet you. Yeah, being a germaphobe though, honestly, I'm taking advantage of because it's so exhausting. I have to worry about everything. I have a really hard time with men's restrooms. Ladies, if you don't know, men have this ritual where they like to leave urine on their seat for the next guy to clean up. And if you're real lucky, he just might leave his brown for you to flush down. It's like the ultimate power move, It's so bad, I'm considering changing my gender just to use the women's restroom. After cleaning up that much man fluid, I think I'm gender fluid. Yeah, what else about, oh man, sneezes are germaphobe's worst nightmare, you guys. Sneezes terrify me. Sneezes scare me the same way that concealed firearms do. Because you never know who's carrying and they can come out at any time. And just like a firearm, a sneeze fires a blast with a huge radius, coming out through a double barrel. A snot gun, if you will. I'll leave you guys with this on my germaphobe rant. I even have a hard time dating, like during the pandemic, girl had a really hard time with me. She was like, I'm so clean. She was like, you're so clean that I feel like there's a barrier between us. At least I think that's what she said. I couldn't hear her through the plexiglass. But there's just certain things I can't do in a relationship, like hugs and kisses. And I'm actually waiting for marriage. I'm waiting for marriage. Because I think at that point, I'll finally be comfortable enough to tell her I don't have sex. So, all right, keep it going for your hosts, everyone. You guys have been great. I appreciate you.
This week was rough. Yeah. So a little bit of context for you guys. Like right in the middle of my set, there was a guy that came in. He starts walking around and he's greeting the host. He's greeting other comics in the room. And granted, half of them probably weren't paying attention to me already, but now I'm distracted and now people aren't listening to me. You guys can't see this, but when that comic came in the room, everyone was watching his interaction with everyone else. And that's just so disrespectful. An art form that's already so difficult that I was very bothered by this night. I think what I learned this week is that you're gonna have to deal with distractions like that as a comic. And while I definitely do think this one was a little bit unfair towards me, I'm gonna have to work with that because I'm gonna be in different environments with distractions. So this week was a big lesson in how do I perform when there's so much distraction going on. And to be honest, I don't really know the answer to that. Let's talk about a joke that worked, barely, and a joke that didn't work. I'll say this, I do think that the jokes that I had tonight were better than I got credit for. So I actually did get, I think, my biggest laugh right off the bat when I came out and started talking about my baby face. Now my transition in needs work because I tried to bait and switch them with RBF, meaning resting baby face. That didn't get a laugh. But what did get a laugh was when I said, how come a woman can tell me I have a baby face, but then she gets mad at me for looking at her chest? And I forgot to say right there that my next line, which was, maybe I'm hungry. I'm not leering, I'm latching. I forgot the maybe I'm hungry part, which I think would have gotten an extra laugh. So that was a solid joke to begin with. Then, let's talk about a joke that didn't work, most of them, and how I'm gonna rewrite it with the feedback that I got from this mic. Though one joke that got absolutely nothing was my joke about how sneezes are like concealed firearms. So this is on my germaphobe bit, and I got absolute crickets with this one. So I spent some time thinking about the rewrite, and I'm gonna show you guys how I fixed the bit. Okay. So here's my rewrite. Sneezes are a germaphobe's worst nightmare. They scare me the same way irresponsible gun owners do, because they can go off at any time and you might be the target. It's like everyone's walking around with a 12-gauge snot gun, and if you don't take cover, you'll get hit with a double-barrel blast right to the face. Okay, so I changed this one from concealed firearm to an irresponsible gun owner, because that's just like sneezes, right? It makes a little bit more sense that, a gun owner's gun could go off at any time, and same with anyone's nose, because that's how sneezes are. So I'm just trying to play with this idea, and I don't actually know if this rewrite's gonna work, but I do think that it's a better direction than I had with the concealed firearms. I think it makes more sense, and it's just overall a fun idea, so we'll see how it goes next time. Overall, this was a tough one, and it was a really frustrating mic, given the environment that I walked into. But I'm choosing to look on the bright side that this was a learning experience. So, that's gonna do it for week 25 in my journey to become a stand-up comedian. Hey, if you guys are chasing a dream, you like stand-up, or you just want to see me bomb, you sick freaks, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Guys, it really helps out my channel. I'm just starting out. Toodles!